Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it's time for another Bulgarian workout. And yeah, we're keeping going with this volume I've added in. What I've decided to do, because I'm so far ahead of schedule on my squat goal, that I decided I'm going to actually take a couple of mesocycles to do more back off work on the squat, and I'm just going to maintain my 485 daily. Because at this point, I feel like that's heavy enough for me to make progress with the back off work. And I figure after 6 weeks, if I do 2 mesocycles of adding extra volume, so a pair of 3-week blocks, which this is how Bulgarian stuff actually works, this style of training. A lot of people think it's purely low volume. It really isn't. It really isn't. When you start looking at classical lifting protocols for strength athletes, it actually tends to have volumes pretty close to on par with a lot of the other programs once you start hitting your higher volume blocks. And you organize a lot of your back off work and everything else in this system just like you would different types of periodization. So in this case, what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit my daily minimum, my 485 every day, fine tune my squat, decide really what squat technique I want to settle into, and I'm starting to get an idea. And I'm going to do a single back off set every day for 3 weeks. I'm going to need 3 weeks to acclimate to that. And at the end of that 3 weeks, that extra volume, this is a lot more total tonnage and weekly volume on the squat than I've been doing. I'm going to get a very profound training response from adding my volume, because this is pretty much tripling my weekly squat volume by adding that one back off set when you think about the total weight moved and everything. So I'm getting that. I'm getting more first reps and more practice. I will grow and adapt from that. Then once I have started adapting, because again, law of accommodation, that's why we do stuff in 3-week mesocycles, I will add a second back off set and then do that for 3 weeks. At the end of that 6 weeks, I should have hypertrophied and recompositioned enough, because I will be losing weight slowly during that entire time still. I've got the body fat to get away with it. No reason not to. So at the end of that, I will probably have gained strength and hypertrophy, and then I can cut the back off work way down and start adding weight to the daily minimum again. And you do this stuff in kind of a seesaw effect, to where you can ramp volume over time, or you can add weight on back off sets every week, small loads, micro loading, or you can add more volume over time, or you can play it by ear based upon how you feel once you settle in, but you can force new adaptation. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. We're going to do that 485, that heavy one every day, and I'm going to do back off work. My squatting today was a little tougher. Yesterday, I rocked it. Although that one today was pretty fast, I was surprised. It was 2.1 seconds on the concentric. As long as I'm not going over 3 seconds, I'm not even worried. So we know we're not hitting true training maxes, even based upon any writer or expert who coaches this method. But I feel like because I'm a little older and because I'm slowly dieting, I need to be conservative with that stuff. As long as we see an upward trend, we're good, because if I'm gaining strength while losing body fat, that's fantastic. And it was a little tougher today, but it wasn't bad. You know, again, got my triple, my 425 or 3, which again, we start thinking about the strength gains. I mean, this was not that long ago my daily minimum. Now I'm doing it for back off triples after my heavy weight, 60 pounds heavier every day. I mean, that's pretty good progress. It's fantastic progress. God, I'll never see gains like that again unless I detrain again in terms of squat gains. But, you know, you never know. We'll see what happens when I start rotating through these blocks of volume and then backing them down after 6 weeks of adding volume. We should see some significant differences there. And it's kind of funny. I went all out on my overhead press today. Same thing. You guys remember when 185 was my max on overhead pressing pretty much? Well, today I did it for 6 reps on my final set, because I feel like I've been sandbagging it, and I'm getting towards the end of the week for my second back off set instead of doing a triple. I'm like, I wonder how many reps I can do before it gets hard, because the first triple felt too easy. It felt like a warm-up. So I cranked out 6 with 185 in my last set, which you guys will see coming up. What are we going to do with that? I don't know. I'm thinking 3 weeks of overhead press volume, and then I'm going to swap in some bench volume. Maybe. I think that might be okay. 3 weeks. I need another 3 weeks of rowing and overhead press volume to build my shoulder girdle up. to really start improving my bench. And then we may go ahead and try to build some extra muscle in my pecs and triceps by doing back off volume on the bench. You know, and then maybe 6 weeks of that, and then I can start adding weight to the bench again. And, you know, hopefully, I'm weighing less by then. We're going to see how all that adds up on the DEXA scan. That's what we're really going to see is, you know, how much muscle did I gain while losing some body fat while doing this stuff. That's going to be the interesting thing. Like I'm looking forward to that. I'm sitting here going, man, it's only been a month. It's the 23rd of last month when I did the DEXA. It's the 22nd today. I have 2 more months before the next scan. So, you know, I've got 2 months to really make some progress and see if we can have those numbers look a lot nicer. The body fat percentage down and the muscle mass gain up would be really nice. That's what we're looking for. And if we can see something like that every 90 days, you know, for the next year, because I plan on doing the DEXA scans, I think, for a year. I think that's reasonable. Every 90 days, you know, do one for you guys. So a whole year's worth, that'll be around 5 DEXA scans, and see if we can see an actual muscle gain and a body fat reduction for a year straight using this system. I think that'll be good. Yeah, bench wasn't that hard today. Bench wasn't that hard. 5th day in a row, hook grip deficit deadlift. My thumbs are sore today. Like I'm starting to get bruised. My thumbs are bruised. But this is the only way we deal with it. Progressive overload on the hook grip. That's how we're going to do it. I'm going to add 10 pounds to it every week until I have a respectable hook grip. You know, the deadlift is looking cleaner. The technique is cleaning up. And see, this is going to add to my workload too, because some of these muscles are used in the squat also. So that's something I have to keep in mind also, increasing the volume on that squat and then deadlifting every day. I don't know if my nervous system at this point can handle more big jumps on the squat. Not when I'm slowly ramping up the deadlift and building my work capacity again on this lift. Even though it's still, I'm not lifting hard right now, this is not even close to heavy for me. It's going to start getting heavy. Going to start getting heavy, and the fact is the accumulation of it, of the 6 deficit pulls every week, is going to have an impact on my recovery. It's just hopefully we'll improve it gradually enough that it has a minimal impact, because I really want to work with this system with the deadlift. I want to try to do high frequency deadlifting on this system and see what we can get away with and recover in terms of intensity. I really want to experiment with this because I've done high frequency deadlifting before and made it work. So I really feel like this system could use some work on that. Like it would be interesting to see if I can fine tune it, with, you know, with my own experience. But yeah, I mean, the technique is looking better. I'm feeling better about that. Feeling a lot better about my technique and adjusting what I'm doing completely as far as positions and everything go by doing this deficit work in the shoes and getting my leverages down. So that when I go to a normal deadlift again, conventional with this hook grip, once the grip is there, I'm hoping to hit some nice numbers at a much lower body weight. Rows, same thing again today. I'm doing my supine grip. This weight, I can do 5s with it instead of the pronated where I was doing triples. So I went ahead and did 3 sets of 5 again. And I think for now I'm going to stick that out. I think 3 by 5 every day on my supine rows is going to give me a lot of volume. It's going to bring up all those muscles I need for the bench press and the deadlift, in my back and arms and everything. It's going to help my grip. It's going to improve my deadlift. So yeah, we're going to keep that up. So it's going to end up being 18 sets of 5 every week. I think that's a nice amount of volume for muscle building. That's a real good amount. 18 5s. I think that'll get it done. As long as I can recover, as long as I can sleep enough, keep my protein high enough, because I am going to be losing weight slowly. So it's going to be about getting enough protein in so that I can actually recover and possibly gain a little bit of muscle mass while doing it. It's the name of the game. But the main thing at this point is the rest and recovery with what I'm doing, because it is taking a toll. I am feeling a little bit beat up from the extra volume, but I will adapt, because I was feeling beat up when I first started doing the Bulgarian itself with the singles. So you adapt over time. It's going to be all good. It's going to be fine. Just got to take it slow, take it in stride. I might have days where I don't do the back off volume, where I'm just feeling so run down. But when I get there, I get there. Right now, I can do it. I can handle it. Just got to dig in and get some work done. It's as simple as that. That's all there is to it. build that work capacity back up. And as the work capacity goes up, my workload goes up, my caloric burn is going to go up, and it's going to be easier to strip away body fat. And overhead pressing was easy today. This was a joke. This was a joke. Although I kind of got pissed off. I was trying to take a power nap before, and I got a telemarketer calling my phone, and I forgot to turn the ringer off. Usually I do that when I go to take a nap. I forgot to. They woke me up, so my power nap got screwed. Let's go to bed earlier tonight. It'll be good. But yeah, so I mean, I did my 215 daily minimum. Went up real easy. Like I said, I got to that 185 for 3, the first one, because I've been doing 2 back offs, and it felt way too easy. I'm like, man, I'm just going to crank out at least 5 on the final one. And you guys will see I ended up getting 6. I mean, they were getting a little hard near the end. But I'm like, okay, I'm not going to take this all the way to failure. Let me stop now. This is more volume than I've been doing. I still got to train again tomorrow. We'll leave a little bit in the tank. Although maybe we'll see how I feel tomorrow. If I feel good enough, I might do an AMRAP. But I don't want to be overly aggressive there. You don't want to be greedy on this training system. It's hard enough as it is. But, you know, it was kind of nice to just jump in there and say, these 3s are really, this is not enough weight. Because I was going to add weight next week. These 3s. To just say, can I crank out a few more reps? And it's like, yep. It's like, damn, that was my max. You guys remember when that was my max last year. Now I did it for 6 on my 3rd work set. I'll take it. I'll take it. That's gains. And you know what? I need more delt and tricep anyways. It'll help my bench press. So yeah, here's going to be the 6. You guys can watch it in all its glory. Well, not glory. It's just a work set. So I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.